Hello, Blythe, Evie, Joe, Jack, Callum, Cadence, Lucy, Orion, and anyone else who's listening. Welcome to Story Time. Today's story is Something Special for Me by Vera B. Williams. It is a Rosa and her family story. Do you remember we read A Chair for My Mother? That was written by Vera B. Williams. This is a follow-up story, telling us some more about Rosa and her family. On the cover, you can see a drawing of the chair that they got for Rosa's mother. Something Special for Me by Vera B. Williams. It's both written and illustrated by Vera B. Williams, with special thanks to Savannah. So the story begins. Our new chair has Coco on one arm now. It isn't brand new anymore, but Grandma and Mama and I still like to squeeze into it together, just like the day we first brought it home. That was when Aunt Ida, who lives upstairs, took this picture of us. We keep it on the shelf next to the big money jar and the picture of me when I was 1 month old. Ooh, look at that picture of them all sitting together in the big chair. One of the things I love about Vera B. Williams' illustrations in her story is how she puts a frame around them, and each page has a different kind of frame. This one is like the fabric in the big chair. One Saturday morning, Mama and I were sitting in the chair in our bathrobes. I kept trying to talk to Mama about my birthday, which was going to be in just 3 days, but Mama wouldn't listen. On her day off from her job at the Blue Tile Diner, Mama loves to sit and read her newspaper. Then she never even hears the things I tell her. I had to tickle her foot until she threw down the paper and jumped out of the chair. Then she chased me all over the house. Oh, look at them running in their bathrobes. Mama's chasing Rosa. When she caught me, she held me up to the mirror. "Who's that kid who won't let her own mother enjoy her well-earned rest, even on Saturday?" she said, making her mad face. I made my monster face. We made faces in the mirror till we laughed so much we had to pee. Then Mama hugged me tight. "You're much more fun than any newspaper," she said. Oh, look at all those funny faces they're making in the mirror. I know someone else who likes to make funny faces. Jojo, right? And Mama tells Rosa that she's much more fun than any newspaper. Then we studied the money in the big jar. The jar is only partly full now, but one time Grandma and Mama and I saved up so much money that jar was full to the top. That was when we went shopping and bought a chair for my mother. There was some money left even after we paid for the chair. Now we still put money in the jar every Friday when Mama brings her tips home from work. If I help out at the diner, I put money in the jar too, and Grandma puts in whatever she can spare. "What are we going to spend the money on this time?" I asked Mama. See the big jar? It looks like it's about half full. And look, there's the photograph of Rosa when she's 1 month old, and the picture of them all three in the chair. There's like a bowling trophy, and look at that toy penguin next to the pincushion. She lifted down the jar and dumped it and me right into the chair. She called my grandma over too. "Mother," she said, "it's going to be Rosa's birthday in 3 days. The chair was really for you and me. Don't you think it's Rosa's turn to get something special?" Grandma thought it was a wonderful idea. "Why don't you take Rosa downtown shopping? Whatever you buy will be from me too." And it will be from Aunt Ida and Uncle Sandy, too. Whenever they get their pay, they drop money in our jar, I said. Mama and I got dressed fast, and Grandma changed the money into dollar bills. As we went out the door, she hollered after us, "Rosa, you buy something real nice." Oh, what do you think she's going to buy? I knew just what would be real nice, so we went right to the skate store. I tried on skates. I skated up and down in the store. My friends Leora and Jenny and May all have new skates, and I really wanted them too. I could see myself dancing around on my new skates in the schoolyard to Leora's little radio. Then, just as the man was about to wrap up the box and Mama and I were about to pay for the skates, I wasn't so sure I wanted them. I wanted them, but I could tell that skates weren't really what I wanted to empty that big jar of money for, not even white skates with orange wheels that could race and dance all over the street. So we went out of the store without buying anything. Those do look like pretty nice skates, don't they? Across the street was the department store, and I pulled Mama through the revolving door and up the escalator to the children's floor. There I tried on dresses, and I tried on coats, I tried on shoes, and even hats. I looked at myself all around in the big mirrors. I imagined standing just like that with Leora and Jenny and May outside the variety store on my birthday. "I want these," I said to Mama. "The polka dot dress with its own jacket and the blue shoes with crisscross straps and little heels." Then, just as they were about to wrap them up and Mama and I were about to pay for them, I wasn't sure I really wanted them so much. I wanted them, but I could tell that new shoes and a new dress, even with its own jacket, were not the special presents I wanted to empty the big jar for. So we went out of the department store without buying anything. Oh, that is a pretty fancy outfit. She's having a hard time deciding, isn't she? Then, right down the block, I saw a red tent in the store window. Next to it was a blue sleeping bag and a knapsack with pockets all over it. The sleeping bag was spread out, all ready for the night. I pushed open the door and Mama followed me into that store. I could just see how it would be to go on a trip in Aunt Ida and Uncle Sandy's truck. Leora and Jenny and May would come along. I'd pack everything we needed into the knapsack. Then we'd put up the tent by the lake and we'd all sleep in it together. "This is what I really want," I told my mother. But when the salesperson was wrapping it all up and Mama and I were about to pay for it, I got that feeling again. This was not the exact present I wanted to empty that whole jar for. Mama recognized the look on the face, and when we walked out of that store without any packages, Mama was laughing. But I started to cry. What if I can't ever decide? What if I end up with no birthday present at all? What if even my next birthday comes and I still can't decide? Have you ever felt like that, like you just couldn't make a decision? It gets confusing, doesn't it? Mama wiped my tears. "Don't worry," she said. "You have a few days yet till your birthday. Let's stop in the Blue Tile Diner and have a treat while you think about it some more." So Mama's going to take Rosa to the diner that she works at for a treat. Josephine, who is the owner, brought us our pie and ice cream herself. She played my favorite songs on the jukebox, too. "For an early birthday," she said. "Many happy returns of the day." After that, I felt better. I was ready to look in more stores, but it had gotten too late. We could already see a star in the sky. "Quick, Rosa, make a wish," my mama said. Oh, look at them eating their pie and ice cream at the diner. Look at the baby looking over the daddy's arm at their table, and Josephine playing Rosa's favorite song on the jukebox. What do you think her favorite song is? What's your favorite song? So Rosa runs outside. "Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight," I whispered. But all that I could wish was that I would know what to wish for. And right after that is when I heard the music. Oh, look at the birds flying through the sky. We were standing near the corner, and someone was standing under the lamppost playing on an instrument. "What is that?" I asked my mother. "An accordion," she told me. "Your other grandma used to play one just like that. She played at concerts in the park and at weddings. I remember people used to say she could make even the chairs and tables dance." Do you see that big instrument he's holding? It's called an accordion. I wonder if it looks like those two birds might be dancing on the fence. Boy, it looks like Rosa really likes that, doesn't it? On the way home, I imagined myself playing the accordion while the chairs and tables danced. I could see Leora and Jenny and May dancing too. I could see myself right up on the stage in the park. I imagined myself sitting on our back steps and playing music whenever I wanted. Ah, look, she's dreaming of her playing that exact same accordion. And everybody's dancing, and even the big chair from their house is dancing. All of her friends, Leora and Jenny and May, are dancing. Oh, look at the candles. Do you think that's how old she's going to turn? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like she's going to turn 9 years old. On my birthday, Grandma and Aunt Ida and Uncle Sandy and I took the money and went to meet Mama at the music store. The music store was full of accordions, but they were very expensive. Then the woman in the store said, "How about this one? It's good for a beginner." And she showed me one just the right size for me. When she played it, I heard the same beautiful sounds I had heard on the corner by the diner. We were lucky because that accordion wasn't brand new, so it cost less than the others. It took all the jar money, though, and a little bit more from Aunt Ida's purse. Uncle Sandy said he'd pay for lessons every week, and this time I didn't want to change my mind at all. Oh, look at that accordion. Boy, she is sure that that is the perfect birthday present. What do you think? Next morning, I was sure I had chosen exactly right. Through the door, I could see our chair. I could see our big jar with just 1 dime in it for good luck. Grandma and Mama were making breakfast in the kitchen. Oh, look, she just woke up. Do you see the jar is empty except for one dime? And right beside my bed was my own accordion, waiting for me to make songs come out of it. The end. Wow. So, you think Rosa's going to learn to play and become a great accordion player? Well, On the back of the book, there is the Rosa and Her Family books. There's 3 different ones: a chair for my mother, something special for me, and then the 3rd one is Music, Music for Everyone. And that is the book we will read tomorrow, and it will tell us all about the music that Rosa learns to make. I hope you like this story. You keep taking good care of yourselves, love on each other, always love yourselves, and never forget that I love each one of you to the moon and back. We'll be back together tomorrow when we read Music, Music for Everyone by Vera B. Williams. Bye-bye.